What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I seriously appreciate you tuning in today. We are back here with my 1991 Mazda Miata. This thing is super awesome. I put the hubcaps on this side. As you guys know from the last video, we're in the process of finding a set of wheels because we lost one of these hubcaps, so I decided to take the other one off so it's balanced. And I just thought, I mean, the weather today is so perfect. I had to go out for a drive, so that's what we're doing today. We're also testing the new GoPro setup. So this is my normal GoPro Hero 10, but what we did is, one thing I noticed is when we cruise with the top down, the wind is pretty bad, and as you can tell, the trees, it's actually a pretty breezy day today. So this is a test run. If it goes on YouTube and you're watching it right now, then it was good enough to post, so success. But if not, test run. All right, this thing is just so awesome. Honestly, the Z has been gone, so I've been able to give more love to this thing, the love it deserves. There's a water bottle over there. I'm so happy we're able to finally give it the love it deserves because, I mean, this thing is just awesome. I just drove by Walmart and some kid was like, whoa, race car. And I'm like, it is a race car, man. It's exactly a race car. Oh my gosh, it's just so nice. Right now, it's like 78 degrees and we got the top down. So the sound, the quality of the audio coming from that exhaust right now is just, it's just amazing. Listen, listen. I mean, does it get better than that? Like, come on. So one thing you guys might hear with the audio quality being a little bit better is my transmission here. It makes this rattling noise. Like, it just sounds like someone tossed in a whole bunch of marbles and like they're just bouncing around in there. And it only happens on decel, like deceleration, when I'm slowing down between like 3,000 and 2,000 RPM. So I'll see if I can recreate it. Ready? And then it goes away after 2K. So it's the weirdest thing ever. I think it just needs like, maybe it needs like a transmission fluid change and that would solve the issue. I do know it's pretty common that these cars do that. So let me know if your Miata does that or if it's common. I don't know very many other Miata owners, so let me know if your Miata does that. But see, when you're in gear and you're accelerating, there's no rattling noise and you're just, you feel like you're all of a sudden have transformed into like this race car because, I mean, on stock suspension, it handles, I mean, really, really well, honestly. And obviously the suspension is 30 years old, so it's a little boaty, you know, it kind of has some sway to it back and forth, but it's still, I mean, if you point it somewhere, it goes. Like, it's just a good feeling, you know? The 350Z has a little bit more weight up top just because the interior is probably double the material that's in here, so it definitely has like that extra weight feeling to it, but obviously it has double or even triple the power, so it makes up for that. But it's so hard to explain. I don't know if you've ever been to like K1 Speedway or anywhere they have go-karts, and you know when you drive a go-kart, there's no body roll whatsoever because you're literally an inch from the ground. That's how this feels. And I couldn't even imagine how it would feel with proper sway bars, some good suspension, and maybe a light set of wheels because we have hubcaps on here right now, and hubcaps are not the lightest. So it would probably feel like a track missile if we put the proper mods on this thing, but yes. I hope the audio is coming through clear. I saw quite a few comments of people saying that they're looking for like my settings and everything to set up a GoPro just like this. So I figured I could do a separate video on how I set up my GoPro for my POV drives. Oh yes. All right, I saw a police officer over there, so I had to make a quick turn, you know. Honestly, it's not that we're doing anything illegal, but they always look at you with the GoPro on like that. That kid cannot be doing anything good with a GoPro on his face while he's driving that rear-wheel drive sports car. So instead of just drawing a whole bunch of attention to myself, I just take it off for a second, you know. Oh, yes. Get it. I don't know how the wind is. Hopefully it's okay. I'm gonna beat this truck. You hear that? Sounds so cool. Yes. You guys, this road right here is absolutely notorious for having the worst potholes in basically all of Temecula. So let's take the Miata on this road because we absolutely could not drive the 350Z out here. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see how many times the road has been patched, and then you can see the dips. Like, there's potholes that are forming, potholes that have been there for 10 years, and then potholes that they don't even exist yet, but they're going to be there. So there's just some, oh, right here. Like, there's just some crazy dips in this road. See, there's an open one That one actually wasn't too bad. You just got to be extra cautious on this road, but I mean, there's just some gnarly ones. Turn the AC off because we got the top down. No need, you know. All right, we're out of here. Oh yes, I love the little backfires in between shifts. It's just so good. Oh, you can't even beat it. Let me know, how is the wind? Right now we're cruising 60 miles an hour with the top down, like literally so much wind, but hopefully it's not too bad. I'm assuming you can hear me pretty well, because even if there's a whole bunch of wind, the GoPro is still pretty good about picking up like voices and stuff, and I have wind mode off. I don't know, it could be a hit or miss, but we're gonna turn right here because we got to get off this main road. You guys know the drill. Like the Miata is fun on the main roads, but on the side roads is where it excels. It's amazing. Like, imagine the most powerful lawnmower you've ever seen. Let's go this way. That's us. That's how I feel when we're in this thing. Ready? Let's go. Oh yeah. Oh yes. And the downshifts. I mean, all right, we're going across. Yeah. I just realized we missed it, but we just crossed over 999, so we hit 1,000 on the trip meter, and it goes back down to 1, which is kind of hilarious. 118,472 miles. I don't think I could ever bring myself to sell this car. This is like one of those cars that's, like, I get so much more enjoyment out of this car than whatever like 7,000 I could get for it, you know, or 8,000 or whatever they're going for right now. Like, I'm not sure, but they're definitely going for insane amounts compared to what they used to be going for. Like, I got this thing for $2 grand, and like, that doesn't even feel real. Like, seriously, like my dad tells me when he was younger, he's like, you don't need an expensive car. Like, when I was younger, my first car ever was $300, or my first car ever was 20 bucks. And I'm like, you can't find cars for 20 bucks, Dad. Like, there's not out there. Like, maybe when you lived in Wyoming. He grew up in Wyoming, so maybe out there they had $20 cars. Like, I'm not even joking. He got his very first truck ever, a 48 Ford pickup truck, and the dude gave it to him that lived down the street because he went and brought like bundles of firewood to this guy's house every day in the wintertime. After a few months, he kept asking about the truck, and then the guy eventually just gave it to him, and that was his first truck, which he still has. I'll have to do another video on that truck. It's a 48 Ford pickup. It's pretty awesome, but I mean, you can't find trucks for bundles of firewood out here, okay? And so $2 grand for this Miata when I picked it up was just, I didn't even know how good of a deal it was at the time, and here we are, and this is the best driving experience I think you can have for the price. Like, I'm serious. Even if you have to spend $6,000 on one nowadays, I seriously think for the extra $4 grand, like, it's worth it. Like, it is seriously worth it. Like, you can get an FRS, which is probably really similar. I mean, still, you're gonna be in it 15 to 20,000 for an FRS or a BRZ or something like that. So for 6,000, of course it's 30 years old, but that's kind of a plus in my opinion. 30-year-old car, I don't know. All right, so we went back the other way. The universe was like, you're not going that way today, man. You're not going that way. Honestly, I always have the most fun when I'm driving around, when the universe is telling me where I'm going. You know, the best part, you get in the car, you have nowhere to go. You have point A and point B, but you have no point B. Like, the car is point B. So you just cruise around and enjoy it, and that's the best part about owning a fun car like that, is just you find yourself just cruising around for fun. Like, you don't have anywhere to go but the roads, and 90% of the experience is driving. I know we're driving the same exact road as we were in my last video, but it's a good road. It's a good road. I love the trees. I love how it's not too fast through here, so we're not traveling at insane speeds inside of this go-kart. We're just cruising around. This is where these cars excel, on the windy back roads, and just when you're cruising around town. It's just a good time. This is kind of a test run. If it made it to YouTube, then cool. If not, then I'm gonna be filming another one very soon because I'm trying to get this audio figured out. I wanna be able to drive with the top down and have it not be super windy. So hopefully it worked. And if it didn't, we'll figure something out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. If you enjoy these videos, I make them seriously all the time. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I'll make more of them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.